Hi ghouls, today I'm going to be doing a review of the Monster High Deadlux dollhouse. Sorry, these are the best pictures I have of the box, but anyways, let's get to building. So these are the pieces that came inside the thing. So I'm going to start putting it together, and then I'll show you when it's all done to do a full-on review. Hi ghouls, so don't mind any background music, well not music, but sounds, and don't mind the actual background like the couch or anything. I'm just in my basement right now. But anyways, let's do this dollhouse review. Alright, so now we're in Monster High School. Let's take a look around. So, right when you come out of the door, the dollhouse came with some really cool, it came with this table, and I think it looks really cool, and it's like this squelette as the top of it, and then it's just this really cool blue kind of like stand so that it stands up. So I really like it. And also I forgot to say, right after the door, there are these steps that go down, and this thing is for stands to go into to hold your dolls. So for some reason, none of my stands have been going in. I don't know if there was some other stand made, which is not working, but if you have the right stand, it will go in here, and then your dolls can just stand right in front of the doors. But anyways, along with this table, there's also this really nice couch, which is actually really pretty. It's actually pretty bright colored besides the black. I'm kind of surprised with this furniture, but I like it. Then after this beautiful pink couch texture, it's just black. You can't really see it on camera, but there's a lot of really nice details. And then finally it goes down to the legs of it, which I think are actually really pretty, and I like them a lot. Then behind the couch, there's these little scary plants along with a bunch of normal ones, and the entire wall is just brick. And same on the other side. Then there's also these really cool gothic windows, and I just think they're actually really pretty. And they go all the way up, and they're coffin shaped. There's also certain spots in the dollhouse where they give you clips so you could clip in, so that you could put in your dolls, and then they could stand without a normal stand. Just like this. Then next to the stand things and all the little flowers are some doors on both sides. This one, it looks like it's a little door being opened by a skeleton hand, and then on the other side, it looks like it's being opened by an octopus-like creature. And the doors are shaped like coffins, and they're opening up, and they look really creepy and gothic. But what else are you going to expect from the old Monster High? Then, after the doors, there's these really cute little coffins, and I actually really love these. And they're perfect for the dolls and playing. And something really cool is that with these locks, if you pull them down and turn them, they actually open up. It does not affect opening up the door. If you lock it, you can still open the door easily. I just think it's an extra little touch that just makes it so much more authentic and beautiful. And then there's a little shelf here, so if you have any accessories that you want to put in, you can. Or any outfits, like Dracula would put in her locker, or just books. And I think that's really cool. So then there's a shelf in that one, but then in this locker, if we open it up, it's a little octopus thing. And if you ever watch the movies, you would know that this kind of thing would come in and grab that kind of nerdy boy that's with blue skin that's usually pretty short. And you could put your doll in it and it'll act as a stand. So I think it's a really cool thing. And then you take the doll out. And then to put it away, you just put the octopus thing up and then close the door. Then if you go up a little bit for the dollhouse, there's these two speakers to, I guess, not broadcast, but make the morning announcements from Henricia's Bloodgood even louder than ever so that the whole entire school can hear them from her little room. Then there's also stairs on both sides. And to close the dollhouse, or just to have the stairs in a different place, you could spin it around. There's also little places to put the stands on both sides, and as you can see, I put invisibility here. Then, if you go up here, you'll see that it's Cupid's little place, where you could put her cute little table where she'll help people with all their love problems. There's also a little place here to put your dolls. And I just think it's really cool. This is definitely where I'm going to be displaying my Cupid doll. But out of the way of Cupid and the little desk, There's this little bookshelf which looks like it has some candles that are basically gone, a skull, a little like guitar or something, then some books and a little music disc. Then there's some bricks, and then a little misshapen heart with some special like notes on it, and who knows what they'd be for. Then there's also this little snowflake that's probably indicating how Abby also helped Cupid with her job. And on the sides, there's this really pretty like see-through kind of spider webby look. And then up here, it's her little microphone that she could talk into to broadcast to everyone in Monster High or the whole Monster High world itself. And then there's just this really cool like little roof that's very, very detailed and that has little windows to look down into or just to allow light into your doll's space. Then after that, there is just a little place where you could have your dolls just stand, and then there's a little place so that your dolls can actually just stand up very nicely. Then, besides that, there's also some like bright colored bricks, and there's some like banners, and they're not 3D, they're just a piece of paper put in the background, along with some other little like decorations, and I think it makes a really cute little touch. And then there's just this purple plastic thing, and then some other little coffin-shaped Gothic windows. Then there's just this cute little roof with what looks to be some sort of like railing or something, and no dolls can stand up here. It's very small, but I like how they put the detail into it. Then next to that, there's this cute little place where there's a balcony where you could display your dolls. There's also a little place where if you have the right stand, you could put down so that the dolls can just stand here whenever they want. And then it's basically open on both these sides, and then there's a balcony so that they can look out the front of the school, which I'll show you later. Then, if you go this way, it has the same banners and decorations as the other one, and a continuation of the coffin-shaped Gothic windows, and again the little ones up here, and the same kind of roof. There's also a little place for a stand to put your dolls there, just like the other side, so that you could stand your dolls however you want. Then here's another of the like web kind of see-through wall thingy, because there's holes in it. And this is the bathroom, and it can only really hold up to one doll. I'm just putting Cupid here as an example, but it can really hold up to one doll. And it looks very cool and detailed. This mirror is not real, it's just a piece of paper, but it looks really cool. And none of this really pops out at you. It's like I said, just a piece of paper. Except this is a 3D thing. It doesn't actually put water out, obviously, but you could, if you have if you're pretending or just playing with them, they can wash their hands right at the sink. And there's another clip thing so that you can have the standing thing in that does come with the dollhouse so that they can stand and wash their hands without you having to hold them. Then there's just this little like place where your dolls can stand, and I also didn't say here, but it is also here too. Then if we go up the dollhouse, there's this really cool little clock tower. It doesn't glow, but it looks like it kind of could glow in the dark or something. But then there's just this really pretty purple brick. And then there's just this little thing so that when you open the secret clock tower, it doesn't fall all the way over. So this is Headmistress Bloodgood's little like place. And I think it looks really cool. I actually really like this. And then, so you can put Headmistress Bloodgood back there. And this is her little desk. And then here's her little like microphone that she'll talk into to make her morning announcements or just announcements throughout the day. And then also there's a little place to put the stand in so that the doll can stand on their own. Then if you look here, it's very actually pretty. There's also some like Gothic like windows with a little lamp. And it's not 3D, it's a piece of paper, but it makes it look like there's light coming through, and it's actually really pretty. But then again, there's like these scary kind of like flowers and then pretty ones. And then there's like a fence thing that just goes there. And I think it's actually really cool. And it's the same like web kind of window thingy going on at the side of the wall. And then there's a little roof with a little gargoyle on here. And then the other side of the dollhouse. And then this really cool thing that just goes up. And I think it looks cool. And it makes me think of like one of those old castles that used to be here in the olden days. So then you could just close it up. And then no one will ever know your doll's in there. Like Cupid, for instance, I can just put her in and close it up. But you still see her. Now, on to the other part of the dollhouse. So there's this little fence gate so that the dollhouse, it's hard to show right now, I'll show it later. So it's just this cool fence gate, and it will help it close. But anyways, over here, it's supposedly a library kind of thing. There's some bookshelves, and then there's a little skull with like a candle thingy on fire, and there's really pretty bricks that go all around. And then, as you can see, I have Window a Spider fashion pack, and sorry, but her hair's not in a ponytail right now. But anyways, there's just a little like doll stand area that goes like this little clip thing that the set came with, so that your doll can stay there, because it looks like it's just a cool like bookshelf here. Also, all this golden accent is 3D. But anyways, it looks like it's just a bookshelf. But then you could turn it around, so then the doll will be at the outside of the school, and then you have the outside of the school come in. And over here, it looks like there's some sort of cool like graveyard kind of thing, and I just think it looks really cool. Then if you go up, you see Elizabeth, and don't mind her missing leg. That was something I did when I was 5 years old, and I'm working on fixing it. But anyways, there's this really cool little vampire hangout for like all the vampires. I think it's mostly supposed to be for Draculaura, but I put Elizabeth here because I don't have an original Draculaura at the moment. So I took Elizabeth down, and as you can see, there's this really cool chair that goes upside down, and then this little thing so that the doll stays on and does not just fall all the way down onto the floor. And as you can see down here, it's an upside down picture of Dracula. It's supposed to be that it's all like right side up, but only when you're sitting upside down. So from just right here, it looks like it's upside down, but for them when they go upside down, it's not. Okay. But then there's the same gothic like windows, but they're upside down. There's also a bat. It actually kind of looks cute. But anyways, there's like some bookshelves that go all the way over here, and you could also take this chair off if you want. And you could, but I can't really right now because I put this on. And if you're wondering what this is, I'll show you. So this was just a little thing that you could kind of put on their legs so that any doll can be upside down. I can't use Elizabeth because she only has one leg at the moment. So I just am using Window right now. And something really cool is that with her being on here, there's this thingy so that you can move the doll from side to side while they're upside down. I think that's just a cute little, cool little touch, and I think it's super fantastic. And then, as you probably saw, there's just this little top up here. There's nowhere to put your doll stand, but if you wanted to hold them or find some way to display them with their entire doll stand, you could just put them here. And then there's just this little somewhat of a gate, not gate, but a fencing kind of thing so that they don't fall off. But then, next to that is a really cool little school area where they're actually supposed to learn, because obviously none of this is anything for them to learn. So this is an actual classroom. So there's these two little chairs that you can sit your dolls in, and I think they're really cool. You could take them out and adjust them to however you want them to be at any angle. And it's two of them, so I think that's pretty cool. And then behind them is okay, so this is like Mr. Waters' class. So it's supposed to be like at an angle going up, and then this chair. The show, obviously they can't actually sit on that, but it's a cool little touch that I actually really like. Then if I take these off, you can see that this little bookshelf thingy going underneath these windows that are also pretty cool looking, except there's no of these things on there. But I still think it's really cool, and the brick's actually a different color than the rest of the dollhouse. It's green. Then up here, it's just pretty, I don't know, fencing kind of thing. There's no roof on to go here, but I think it looks pretty cool. Then over here is this little hand that pops into there that is attached to this chalkboard, which is actually really cool. And it just says a bunch of things on it. Some things you can read, some things don't really make sense, but there's a lot of different pictures and stuff on it. And then if you could turn it around, and then there's just other things like the Monster High thing, and a bunch of other gears and stuff. And if you know the show, it says Manitor and Iris Clucks because they're in a relationship. So like, that's really cool. It's definitely fantastic. And then there's just like this little blue piece that you pop. And then there's also a place to put a stand so that teacher or any adult can just stand up and start teaching. And then the last room in this school, well, not classroom, but last room, is a lunchroom. Now, it's really anything special, but obviously, these fantastic schools have to eat up and get their super. And it's hard to see, but there's some little like spider webs and stuff on both sides. And I think it's pretty cool. And then I have toy light here, but there's this little place that you can hold your dolls in so that they can serve their friends or their students the food. So, at the back of it, there's just some window that leads out to the outside world of the fantastic Monster High. Then there's also a big little place to put a stand thing in so that your dolls can stand right here. Then there's this really cool little like table for the lunch thing to go, and there's a little slime oozing down from the top of it. And then it looks like there's some food that they're serving. Finally got the camera to focus, but as you see, it's like some sort of leaves and worms. There's some skeleton bones, and it looks to be brains. I don't think I'd eat this, but I'm sure it's pretty fantastic to these monsters. And then over here, it's just a little cash register, because you have to pay for the food you get. Then over here, there's another stand thing against to the wall. It's hard to see, and I can't really take her off with one hand, but I have Scalita Calvaristas sitting right here. Standing here. So she could just watch her friends while they eat, which sounds really freaky and weird. Or she could just talk to them, not watch them. That sounds good. But then there's this really pretty like little lunch table, and it's pink with these really cool details on it. I think it looks really cool. And sorry, everything's like on the floor right now. But I have Vandala right here, Vandala the Moon, and she's sitting down, and she doesn't have any people around her. I guess people talking to Scalita. Also, I don't have enough first aid. Not first aid, but like first releases. But anyways, there's like this little lunch thing that you can eat here. It looks like bread, I don't know, and then like some sort of octopus legs and balls of some sort of probably chemical, I don't know. But I think it looks pretty interesting, but I really like it. So now let's go to the outside of the school. So here's the dollhouse closed, and here's an overview of what it looks like all closed up. Also, some of the furniture fell out, which is what I'm working with right now. But this thing I was talking about earlier, you can't really see it now, but this thing, it makes it so that it can close up nicely. And then there's the same one on the other side. The only difference is that there's like this little clip thing that clips on the other side of the dollhouse so that you know that it stays closed. But I absolutely love this dollhouse. I love it so much, and I'm going to probably be playing with it 24/7. So if you guys like Monster High, or you like anything monstery, and you just want to display your dolls in it, or you just want to display any dolls in it, or anything, or just to play with it, I recommend to get this doll. The only way to get it as of now is on eBay or Mercari. But really, if you love Monster High just as much as I do, or you just want a place to display any doll that you have that's kind of spooky, I think you should get this doll house. So anyways, goodbye ghouls, and hope you have a fantastic day.